is the spot to be in. This is the Comedy Union. My big brother is Mitchell's spot. I am so proud of him, and I just love him, and I'm excited to be here. So stay tuned to more of anything you see. Comedy Union, Enz Mitchell. You better pay attention, baby.
Her hair looks so beautiful. And did you see the jeans with the boots?
The boots and the jeans was amazing.
All I have to say is,
say it.
Fabulous. If you call now, these boots regularly $300.
But tonight here
at the Comedy Union,
we're gonna do a special.
We're gonna do a special.
If you call in,
the first 16 callers.
16, because that's a special number. It's sweet. It's sweet.
Get these boots.
And these sweet boots.
For
how much?
Not 300.
Not 3. No.
Not 200.
Not 2. That's too much.
$49.
Oh God! Where's my phone?
Welcome back to the funny spot. This is the portion of the show that we call on the spot when we put all 5 comics on the spot with questions. So welcome back to the stage, Mr. Mike Estime, TuRae, Joey Wells, Ray Lipowski, and Damon Williams. And my first question is going to be directed to Mr. Ray Lipowski. What does your family think of your career choice?
What was I thinking? Seriously, what was I thinking? My wife cursed me out, but with words that I can't use here today, so true story.
TuRae, what does your family think of your career choice?
My baby moms love it, man. They think it's a good thing to keep the checks coming.
Okay. Well, that's good for both of y'all, but see, my mother thinks I'm crazy because my brother's rich. And she's like, there's no way you gonna make that much money, so you should have been a doctor or something.
When you gonna be like your brother?
Exactly.
You diversified your portfolio or something. That's what she said. Yeah,
okay, Mr. Joey Wells, question for you. Where do you want your comedy to take you in your career?
To a house. That's where I want it to take me. I'm in an apartment right now, and I needed to take me to a house with a mortgage. That's what I need.
Mike Estime.
I don't know. I never really thought of it because I just enjoy doing it so much. So.
How about U.S. citizenship?
Why you gotta talk about that, dog? Why you gotta be, you know?
Okay, now this is something that we all experience on stage. You ever been doing stand-up and you like dealt with a heckler and after the show they wanted to fight you?
Oh yeah.
First time that ever happened to you?
Joke's on us in D.C. Man, he was hot. He stood up in the front row and said, man, I think you want to fight me. And I didn't say anything to precipitate that. So I was trying to figure out where he got that idea from. I was like, no, not really. He's like, well, I'm gonna go outside. I did about 2 more hours, man. That's the longest set I did that night.
I had a heckler and we fought on stage.
What?
True story. TNT Comedy Hood, remember?
Wow.
What, you on stage?
Man, I ain't saying it, from Gary, Indiana, if you're listening. I just said, what's up, everybody? He just stood up and came toward the stage. You ain't funny, and just came up there. And we had to tussle and we made a hole in the wall. True story.
Ray Lipowski, anybody want to fight you on stage?
Yeah, female. Because I talked about her sexual preference. A female, yeah.
No, remember that time in Texas when you was talking about the joke he did on the show tonight about
literally
the bra?
about big women, yeah.
And the
but
bra.
she acted like I directed the joke, you know, like it was directed to her, and I wasn't speaking to anybody in the audience. It was just to her, and she literally got up, and then her posse,
long story short,
no,
she threw a long iced tea at her.
her posse got up, and they were bigger than her, and I was like, damn. I can't fight the football team.
My first time, it was my first week in Los Angeles. I was at the Laugh Factory, and it was some Mexicans in the front row, and I was making fun of them, and I didn't know it was a gang, and they all got up and went outside and had the tattoos on their heads, and they was like, hey, Holmes, we gonna be outside when you get out here.
With their lawnmowers?
So I'm thinking I was like, man, I'm from Brooklyn, man, it's whatever, like, let's go outside. And I started walking outside, and there was some brothers in the back of the room that saw what was going on and knew that I was about to get jumped and cut up and disappear. So they came outside like, yo, homie, we got you, man, we got you. And they had my back, yeah.
They were some real brothers, because most brothers would have been like, yo, we gonna go out there and watch.
Yeah. You know what? Now we're gonna take some questions from the audience. Y'all gonna let the audience ask the comics some questions. First question's over here. What's your question?
I have a question for Damon Williams.
For Damon Williams.
Yeah, Damon, if Richard Pryor is a 10, on that scale, where do you think you fall?
Tonight, around a 3, but overall, I would say I'm about a 7 and growing.
Great. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay.
She's obviously seen me before tonight, because that was some bull. I really want to do this over.
Richard Pryor's a 10. I think I'm a 2. Because Richard Pryor is the king, and nobody's coming close to him.
I'm not on the list.
Well, you gotta believe in yourself.
I'm on the other side of the paper. If Richard Pryor's a 10, I'm on the back of the paper.
Right, that was a hard question.
Okay, we have another question over here. Go ahead, young lady.
Hey, I got one right
What's
here
up, brother?
for Ray. No offense, but are black comedians funnier than white comedians?
That's a good question.
It is.
Yeah, Ray.
If you don't, you're going to have a bunch
Andrew
of black
Dice
people
Clay
mad
is the
at you.
biggest comedian of all time for one moment in time. I don't mean he's the biggest or best. Nobody, including Dane Cook with the internet, never got to a level that Dice Clay reached and attained.
Funny is the question.
No, I mean, I like comedy, so I'm not
To answer your
answering
question,
that.
yes, the black comics are funnier. Yes.
No, I'm not.
But
not
you know why?
answering
You know
that.
why? Because we suffered the most, and comedy comes from pain. And
No,
black people
it does.
were slaves for 400 years. We only had two options to get through it:
Oh, they
laugh
gotta bring that
and
up, and
pray.
I'm on stage.
That's why we the funniest and the most religious.
Why they got to bring that up? Well, I'm on
And
stage.
now Ray
Feel bad, Ray.
There was
Feel
no way
bad.
out of that
Sweating.
question. There was no way out
Hey,
of
that's
that
all the time we got. But before I go, I want to thank my guests once again, Mr. Mike Estime, TuRae, Joey Wells, Ray Lipowski, and Damon Williams, y'all. This is the Comedy Union, and this is the Funny Spot. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Babe,